Hi everyone. I've been working in my vintage journal again, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of what I did so far. So this is a picture of antique cars, and it says on a different photo, maybe a copy of this one or something, that these are the cars that my grandfather and my Uncle Jimmy drove. And you have to, I don't know, I hope you can see this. Let me see. If you look really close, the people in these photos are my grandmother, most likely, and all around are others who probably were my mother, my Uncle Bobby, and I don't know who all. Oh, that's better. So, and this I think is, you know, the Grapes of Wrath? Well, that's how it was. This is only part of the campsite. Their tent and stuff was set up over in this area off the picture. I have those pictures too. But 1922-ish, and either on the way to California or on the way back, probably to get others in the family and more more things that they owned to bring them, because this was the only way they had of moving. This was moving. So I just wanted to put that one here. You know, I'm working again with placement. I guess I may as well show you the rest of these pictures. So this is someone in the family named Fanny Price, and she was formerly Fanny Dennis. And isn't that a photo? I hope the glare is not so typical of those age. It's a tiny photo, and it's been matted on this little card. And then this one, these two are the same. Well, they're similar. They're not the same. The people are kind of milling around a little bit in this photo. Probably my grandma, her sister, my grandpa, another sister, and look at the shadow of someone taking this picture. I just think it's an amazing photo. And this is Kingman, Arizona, Armistice Day, 1921, on the way to California. So, whoop, there you go. And it was a parade. I don't see the parade, but that's what it says. So all kinds of blotches on here. But to me, this is just a beautiful photo. It just doesn't have anything right in the middle. But these cars. And Kingman, if you have been to Kingman, Arizona lately, it doesn't look like that. Okay, so we'll just put these back. So now, I gotta say, it's really fun to be making a vintage journal and using your own family's vintage pictures. And again, oh, see what I mean? They just, whoa. they just come right apart. You have to treat them really carefully, not like me. So I used this, and I went around it with my color box brown, whatever this is called. Not that you have to have the exact same color. This is, I don't know, leather. They called it leather. So I used that to make that there, a lot better. And then I'm just, I'm just working with the placement of things. This is cardboard, corrugated cardboard, with part of it peeled off, and then I just distressed it on the outside. And it sort of fit in this piece of cardboard. I make notes everywhere, there's just no telling. So something like that. Then over here, this pocket I had made a while ago. I made it, or somebody else made it for me. I don't really remember. I think I made it. And what I would just really like to, the grunging and the aging process of this tore. So I want to make sure that I distress it around where it tore, like that. It's great if you do this before you glue things in, because it's 100 times harder to do it. In fact, it's almost impossible to me. I'm just not that good, I guess, to distress the edges like this after it's glued in. So I just like to go around it a bit. And then even to grunge this up a little bit more. That won't really show right there. And then I just want to check and make sure that this is grunged up, because after all, when you think about it, 1922, we are on 2019, so this was almost 100 years ago. I mean, really? 100 years ago? Wow. It's just, to me, it's amazing. Finding these photos, and there's more out there. I just have to motivate myself to go through it. And that's what I want to do. So there's some more things I think that this needs. And I do have some beads in there that would go with it really nicely. Like along the edges here. I'll have to be trying that. I'm sort of going through this process with you. On the back here, I used this. To me, it reminds me of a honeycomb. And then I just went around it like like that. And it turns out so pretty. So then this. Where's the other one? Actually, I've got another one here. And the people are closer up, so I think I'll use that. These are copies of copies, but even these are old, really old. Again, this was around, my mom wrote the notes on the back here. So this was around 1922, she thought. Kelowna Adams is with Bobby, and that's Uncle Bob, my Uncle Bobby. And then there's Frances sitting on the tent roll, and Frances is my mother, and that would be her right here. And this is how they traveled. This is the Grapes of Wrath, and leaving the Dust Bowl in the Midwest, they were from Oklahoma, and setting up tents alongside the road. That's how they traveled. And you can kind of see the road here. Oh my. Roughing it. Uncle Clyde DeWeese standing at the right, maybe Malcolm DeWeese at the left. So these two men. We were either going to Oklahoma or going to California from Oklahoma. Yeah, that's the one. I like this one better because it just shows the people closer up. You know, my mom, my Uncle Bobby. So maybe I'll just use that one there. And then I did the same thing, the beehive over here. And really carefully, I just need to grunge this up a little bit better. Or distress, I should say. Grunge is when I do that. And it's as if all those years ago, they were able to get the pictures developed, you know, which they did, and put them in a journal, put them in a place where they could keep them. May as well do this while I'm here. So in some ways, I'm sort of relishing my time. Oops. Just with the journal. And in some ways, I want to get it done. I want to hurry up and be working on it. I keep dumping out the pockets. Because once I'm done, then I want to go make copies of all the pictures that I actually plan to use in here. And make decisions on which are the other ones I'm going to use. So there we go on that one. Now that I've dumped them all out. Got my placement already. Oh well. These are the folks with the... My mom wrote The Grapes of Wrath there. They lived it. That's how it was. And then when they all got out to California, they got everybody and all their stuff out to California. My grandpa came down with, in those days they called it yellow jaundice. And he was so sick. I don't know. I guess it's called hepatitis nowadays. So, I don't know. So I'm just switching these pictures all around because I don't know where I want to put them really. And then this, even though I went over it like that, I like the impression it left, and maybe I can use it over here or somewhere else. So this is the next one. I found this burlap. I think it's burlap. And I'm not sure where I want to put that. Maybe there. And then I've got some other pieces of trims. But as soon as I put the trim on there, maybe not down here, because it's a smaller amount. I was going to say, as soon as I put the trims on there, they take away from the pictures. And that's the last thing I want to do. So I might do that right there. So this, I'm real anxious to get the copies and glue them down. So this is my next step in my vintage journal. I do have these little pom-poms, but somehow I don't like the color as well. I love the pom-poms, but not so much the color. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all are having the start of a great week, and don't forget about my giveaway. It goes from January 10th to January 30th. I'm giving away a jelly plate and some other things that I'm going to include, like homemade items and painty papers and things. So I love you all, and I'll talk to you later.